Parkey now, ready to get this one started. These folks are ready, and we are underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
To throw on second is Watson. Big hold of the 30. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Here's Watson now on second down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10, just shy of the 30. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney Merciless in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21.
Lock in. Ran, up. Lock in.
Here's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Ran, up. Hey, gotta go. Lock in.
Now Trubisky. It's brought in by Kevin White. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
18. Ran, go.
On second down, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Football goes back over to Houston's offense, and these Texans lost last week to division rival Indianapolis 24-21. Look, yeah, Charles, that did break the 9-game winning streak, but they're still 9-4.
I love how you just posed that because aren't you hearing a lot of almost negative things out there about them losing that game? You know, hey, they could have won the AFC South, could have clinched it right there. They could be in the number 2 spot when it comes with a first-round bye, all right? Forget that. They won 9 straight games. They're still in a great position for the playoffs. Deshaun Watson may have been sacked 5 times in this game, but it gives them something to work on, something to improve. And their last 3 games are very much manageable. At the Jets, at Philadelphia, home against Jacksonville.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Now he'll escape to his left. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. They are going for it. Here's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out comes Houston. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. On the crossing route, complete. It's Thomas. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Watson on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Throwing on 3rd down. Watson. Completion left side to Miller. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Dumps it complete to Miller. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Again, it's Watson. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now Watson on 3rd down. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Down! Black 22! Black 22!
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Chicago, they're taking the field again here on the offensive side. And any questions as to whether the Bears were for real, I think they were answered on last week, Sunday night, Week 14. Convincing win in the cold over the L.A. Rams 15-6.
Yeah, they are legit on defense, aren't they? Forced 4 turnovers and held the L.A. Rams. Let me say that again. The L.A. Rams, a team averaging almost 35 points a game, to just 2 field goals. They've got to feel fantastic about that. They did get their quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, back for the game. He threw 3 interceptions. If he cuts down the interceptions, if he cuts down the turnovers, the Bears could be very dangerous in the playoffs with that defense.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. And before the game, you and I were looking at some of the highlights from last week, and one of the top plays was certainly that 99-yard touchdown run by Derrick Henry.
Not only was it a top play, it's going to be memorable, and again, not just for 99 yards, which is enough of a reason to remember it, but it's the way he got it done. I mean, how about him knocking over people, stiff-arming people? I mean, it was an incredible, strong run. Tony Dorsett, who actually held the record before Derrick Henry, he hit him up on social media, gave him a little dap, a little congratulations. What a play.
Yeah, those are the only two guys to have a 99-yard touchdown run. Incidentally, both of them Heisman Trophy winners as well.
And a friend of ours on social media, he sent out a post that said, and with that run, Derrick Henry locks up his second Heisman Trophy.
On second down, here's Watson. There on the catch, Alfred Blue. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On second down, here's Miller. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Fairbairn is good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That looked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We're go. 180. Man,
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go. Lock in, lock in. Lock in, lock in.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On 3rd down, Trubisky. He hits White, complete. 11 yards for number 11.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will extend their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Miller. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. from the gun. Here's Watson. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd able to drop him for a loss of 4.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards. He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Come back, come back.
Operating from the gun, Watson on the move to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 41 yards. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Back to throw, Watson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Watson to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Trubisky now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On first down, they run with Howard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On the stop, it's Sharice Wright. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
On second down, Trubisky. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's the right door coming. It's the right there.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Again, it's Howard. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? Throwing now is Trubisky. His throw incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And now out comes Houston. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. You've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He's back to throw. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
And an alley to run. 10 more there and another first down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long from Houston.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dumb.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Jacksonville. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Gotta go. Hey, 18. Red,
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Lock in. Go. 180. Hey, 18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
You see it?
The This is Howard on second down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more on that one and another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they're going to decline that and choose to bring up 2nd down.
So did you feel like maybe this is just a mistake that they don't take the penalty here?
Possibly.
Either that or they feel like their defense just cannot be moved on very well, and they'd rather go ahead and use the downs.
The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal.
18, 18.
Again, it's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun is Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Adam Shaheen, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
380. 380. So right, so right. 11, 11. 3
Now a play fake. Bortles got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Hank. Move.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
So right.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Bortles to Cole for the Jacksonville first.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Spread right, 72. 11B. Move. 372. Hey, 5-0. Lucy.
On 1st down, Bortles. They'll roll it out right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back.
Lucy.
Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43.
Spread right, smack. 73. 11.
Again, they'll throw with Bortles. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there of 22. Alongside the former defensive back, Charles Davis.
Lucy.
Bortles now on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Boy, C.D. Mack, just from day one, he's looked so good in a Bears uniform, literally and figuratively. And some Raiders fans watching this saying, oh, I wish we had him on our team.
Yeah, just about every Raiders fan saying he looked a lot better in silver and black. Why don't we still have him? But in Chicago, immediately comfortable, fit right into their defensive scheme. They said, go get the passer, and that's exactly what he's done. Leonard Floyd, another first-round pick coming from the other side. He has really helped Chicago get off to a great start, and they love how he disrupts teams' offenses.
On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. And Lambo will put this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. CD, by the way, we have some news from the esports world. First major of the new year. The Madden Classic was held in Las Vegas during Week 14 of the NFL season. 170 players.
Yeah, did you see the money?
Over $150,000 in prize money.
Not so bad, huh?
Yeah.
Not too shabby.
And your winner, I'll let you do the honors for the second straight year.
Michael Skimbo, second straight year. The man walks away with the money and the championship belt. He beat Justin Little Man Brown 28-21 in the final. I think the world was looking forward to this one, and they got it. And I can't wait to see how Skimbo does with the rest of the majors now. He is the man to beat.
Sorry, little man Barone. Congratulations, Skimbo. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this.
Trubisky to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Gotta go.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Chicago 1st down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky.
Let's go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They pitch out to Howard. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Caught out left side by Robinson. 18 yards there, down to the 18, and a 1st down.
Lock in.
Trubisky with the give to Howard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to face a third down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. The Bears on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Parkey's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Jacksonville's offense gets the ball back here in a second. And for the Jags, they're now 4-9. I mean, where do you start? A 30-9 loss against Tennessee. You thought maybe they had a little momentum the week prior with a win against Indianapolis, but they did not look good against Tennessee.
And the win against Indianapolis was the way you would expect from Jacksonville. A 6-0 win led by their defense. And then Tennessee turns around the very next week on the Thursday night and lays it on them, especially running the football with Derrick Henry. I don't know where you begin, but we thought this team would contend for a Super Bowl slot this year. Instead, we're talking about a team that may have to actually rebuild.
Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. Bortles going to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Throwing is Bortles. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Move, move, move. Right in. Gotta go, gotta go. 18.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there, back at the 39-yard line.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Trubisky will throw to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Trubisky now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Open space inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Bears on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is third and goal. Now Trubisky. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down.
All right. Set. Green 80. Set.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Right over the middle by Graham. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
372. Green 80. Green 80.
Bortles now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Well, you know, thinking back to last week around the league, it was one. We've had some crazy weeks this year, Charles, but this was one of the crazier, maybe the craziest week that we've had. You think about the 99-yard run that sort of kicked it all off. Of course, that wild finish in Miami. I mean, we saw a bunch of interesting things.
We certainly did. How about the three worst teams by record in the NFL? The Jets, the Raiders, the 49ers all won on the same weekend. We had overtime in Kansas City and in Dallas. And the two front runners in the NFC, New Orleans got a scare in Tampa Bay, and the Rams lost in Chicago.
Yeah, crazy weekend. It figures to be a crazy finish the rest of the way in this NFL season. That catch good for 5. It's third down. To throw is Bortles. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Now a play fake here on first down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Okay, with that incompletion, I've been waiting to get this in because I wanted to ask you about that crazy finish in Miami. How in the world did they find their way to the end zone?
That was something, wasn't it? And I've seen a few along the way. In college football, Boise State over Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl. You remember that one?
Yep.
With the hook and lateral play, and they had a bunch of crazy plays down the stretch. But this one in the NFL, especially considering you kind of knew they had to do something like this.
And it's a fumble. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. Going up top. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Red, up! Up! 180! Move! Red, up!
Now Trubisky to throw on second. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Move! Stop! 180! Lock in!
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Red, up. Red, up.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Shaheen, the tight end on the right side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Red, up.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. All right, partner, let's peek ahead to Week 15 while we have a second here. It starts out with a good one on Thursday night. How about the Chargers and the Chiefs, a battle in the AFC West?
Yeah, it could very well decide the division, and that's a huge, huge ball game. And who saw that coming when the season began, that this would decide the whole deal? How about our first Saturday games of the year? Texans, Jets, Browns, Broncos, and those are going to feature the young quarterbacks. Sam Darnold with the Jets, Baker Mayfield with the Browns.
And then Sunday, the late game, Pats and Steelers. You get Eagles, Rams Sunday night, Saints, Panthers Monday. I mean, hello, Week 15.
Yeah, that means I'm doing absolutely nothing the entire weekend except sitting on the couch and watching ball.
Well, you're also working a game on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, besides that.
Okay.
All right.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Move. Stop. 180. Lock it. Red, up. Red, up.
Play action. Now Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Bortles. Open man right side is Shark. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
372. 11.
They do go for it. It's Bortles. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Bortles. Shark's got it left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Omaha. 11B. 372. Green 80. 77.
Bortles to throw once more. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Green 80.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Spread right, smack. Green 80.
Now Bortles, got to have this one. That's to his running back, complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Bortles finding his safety valve here. That's complete. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a second down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Bortles going to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Green 80.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Lee's got it over the middle. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Lock in. Gotta go.
On the toss play, Howard shifts by him at the 25. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's going to go down again. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Bortles. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. Corey Grant, 74 yards. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the lead by 3, late stages of the game. What's the message here? Just hang on to the football? Is it that simple?
That's exactly right, because ball security is paramount. And you got a small cushion. A field goal can tie you, but you don't even think that way. Just take care of the ball, close out the game.
Will they close it out? We're about to find out. They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
18.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover forced, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick six, fourth quarter, that is a game-changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
He's back to throw. And Miller with it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
18.
Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Lock in. Hey, gotta go. Move. Red, up. Lock in.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
And this offense needs a touchdown. A field goal won't get it done in this situation. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, things are looking a little bit bleak.
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that, because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.